let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many times has someone's tone, a comment, a look, stolen your peace for the rest of the day?
Because here's what most people don't realize. You don't lose peace because someone is powerful. You lose it because your brain treats tiny disrespect like a survival threat.
But what if, starting today, no one could reach you anymore? Not your coworker, not your family, not strangers, not even your own overthinking.
Stay until the end because I'm going to give you a simple, unbothered protocol you can use in real life in the exact moment you feel the heat rise, so you stop reacting on autopilot. Let's build the version of you that's hard to shake.
Anger feels like it's caused by people, but anger is usually caused by something else, your mind trying to control what it cannot control. You want them to be respectful. You want them to be fair. You want them to understand you. You want the world to follow the rules in your head. And when it doesn't, your nervous system protests. Here's the shift. You can't control their behavior, but you can control what their behavior gets to touch. Because the moment you believe, they made me angry, you turn yourself into a remote control, and then anyone can pick you up and press buttons. So the first skill is this. Separate what happened from what you're adding to it. What happened is words, tone, situation. What you add is story, meaning, identity. And the story is what keeps you trapped. Here's something that instantly reduces anger when you remember it. That initial surge, heart rate up, jaw tight, heat in your chest, is often a short chemical wave. It rises, it peaks, it falls. But most people don't stay angry because of the wave. They stay angry because they keep replaying the scene like a movie trailer. What they should have said, what it means about you, what it proves about them. So you keep feeding the fire. Think of it like a smoke alarm going off because you burned toast. The smoke alarm isn't the enemy, it's information. But if you keep making toast, of course the alarm keeps screaming. So your job isn't to never feel anger. Your job is to recognize. The first wave is chemistry. The second wave is narration. And narration is optional. Between the trigger and your reaction, there's a tiny gap. Most people don't even notice it. They feel the heat and they become it. They reply, they slam, they attack, they spiral. But emotionally unbothered people do something different. They catch the gap and they use it like a doorway. Here's the simplest way to find that doorway in real time. When you feel triggered, ask yourself fast, what should I do right now so I don't regret it later? Not, what would feel good right now? Not, how do I win this moment? That question pulls you out of primitive reaction and into adult control. You're not denying your emotion, you're choosing your behavior. That's the difference between power and impulse. Now you upgrade it. When anger rises, say this inside your head. I notice anger. Not, I am angry. I notice anger. That tiny wording change is everything. Because when you say, I am angry, your identity merges with the emotion, and whatever you identify with, you defend. But when you say, I notice anger, you become the observer. And the observer can breathe. The observer can pause. The observer can decide. Try this sequence. Label it. I notice anger. Locate it. It's in my chest, jaw, stomach. Loosen it. Exhale like you're letting pressure out of a valve. You're telling your body, this is not a threat. This is a signal. You don't have to kill the emotion. You just stop letting it drive. Now the part that changes how you see people forever. Nobody can push buttons you don't have. When someone gets under your skin, it usually touches one of three things. An old wound, rejection, disrespect, humiliation, a value, fairness, loyalty, honesty, and an insecurity, not being enough, not being seen. So instead of thinking, they're making me angry, train yourself to think, this is showing me where I'm sensitive. That doesn't mean they're right. It means you're learning where your nervous system still reacts fast. And when you see the trigger clearly, you stop being confused by it. You stop being surprised. You start being skilled. A lot of people try to be unbothered by becoming silent and resentful. That's not peace. That's pressure. Real peace has boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They're gates, with you as the gatekeeper. Here are 3 calm, powerful lines you can use. I'm not continuing this conversation in that tone. I hear you. I'm going to respond when I'm calm. I care about this, but I'm not available for disrespect. Notice no yelling, no proving, no drama. Just clarity. When you have boundaries, you don't need to explode because you're not trapped. Here's the reward I promised, the quick protocol to use the moment you feel bothered. I call it pause. P, pause. Stop the reflex, even 1 second. A, ask, what should I do right now so I don't regret it later? U, unhook. I notice anger. Name it, don't become it. S, shrink the story. What are the facts and what meaning am I adding? E, exit or express cleanly. Either step away or set a boundary without heat. That's how you become calm without becoming passive. That's how you stay peaceful without becoming numb. Because the goal isn't to feel nothing. The goal is to stop letting random people and random moments rent space in your mind. And if you want more psychology-backed insights like this, consider subscribing to Sketch IQ, because the calmest version of you isn't born, it's built.